Welcome everybody back to Tapped in 209. It's me, it's Drew. We got Alvin and K-Mud. We got the full squad here. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you, Drew?
Doing really well. K-Mud?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good, good.
Mhm.
Typical episode for you guys. We got an interview right at the end, like it always is. It's gonna be our John's Player of the Month. So if you know who that is, props to you. Otherwise, you'll see it at the end. We'll try and get through our normal one pretty quick, like we did last week, because it kind of felt like it flowed a little bit better. So with that, we'll move right into last week, which was week 7. And it was in the VOL.
All right.
Manteca, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's on
All
me.
right, we had Manteca, the Buffaloes trample Mountain House 63-24. See what I did there? So,
Good one.
Manteca, Owen Gully, 5 for 5, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nico Juarez, 8 carries, 165 yards, and 4 touchdowns again. For Mountain House, Aaron Foster, 9 for 16, 178 yards, 1 touchdown through the air. He also had 13 carries for 105 yards and another touchdown on the ground. So Manteca improves, still unbeaten in league. Just rolling right through.
Yeah.
Rolling right. I think this
Yeah.
week they have play East Union, so
It's
this
gonna be it's gonna
should
be
be a
it's
good
gonna be
one.
fireworks.
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
Next up, we have the Mustangs. The Mustangs of Oakdale down Patterson 56-14. Once again, the Mustangs were led by Wes Burford, 22 carries, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also had 9 tackles at linebacker, 2 for losses. Wide receiver. I use that term very loosely with Richard Flores, just because he's usually running jet sweeps. The kid is just lightning fast. I mean, I've really grown to like him and how quick he is. 10 carries, 101, 91 yards, and three touchdowns. Also chipping in for or Oakdale is middle linebacker Dom Call, who had 10 tackles, 2 for losses. Uh, 2 interceptions, one by Bo Kesterson and Dex Edwards. For Patterson, Caden Lozano had 4 for 8, 29 yards, 2 picks, but he also had 9 carries for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dason Pettis, 23 carries for 204 yards, and Hayden Drogsma had 11 tackles.
Yeah.
In our Go
Real
ahead.
quick. I know how good this Oakdale defense is, and so that's why you kind of see the struggle on the throwing side for Caden, but all year he's been doing it on the ground. Like I don't know if they run a read option or what they do at Patterson, but he gets around 10 carries a game for around 100 yards. So he's doing it with his legs.
I mean that the VOL is just a tough league. It is. It's
Mhm.
loaded. I mean, out of the three, I would say top to bottom, they're probably the strongest league
Yeah,
out of all
absolutely.
three that I've
Yeah.
seen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Patterson's only second year in the VOL, they've been getting a taste for it
Yeah.
a lot.
Mhm.
In our third game, Central Catholic downs East Union 61-29. Felt like this was a little bit of an upset. However, I feel as though East Union's offense couldn't get it going due to injury by quarterback Kirk Simone. CC Central Catholic was led by Carter Weeks, who had 13 carries, under 35 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also had 4 tackles on defense. Jonathan Fuentes, 6 carries, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Junior running back Zamir Nelson, 10 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also chipping in, wide receiver Chase Perino, Fresno State commit, 8 receptions, under 5 yards, one touchdown, and 6 tackles. That is it. Sierra was on a bye this week, so that was it for the VOL. Oh, also some stats for East Union. Jackson Fay had 9 carries, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions for 41 yards. After Simone went in, East Union had to rely on Jackson Fay coming in at quarterback. He was playing a wildcat position and did pretty well, but not enough. Brayden Camara had 16 carries, 148 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the true power of the offense for EU. They stood up 30 points without their quarterback that throws 300 yards a game. Like that's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't. Again, you said it. You don't want to knock Central Catholic. They still put up 61. So
Oof.
it might have been a different outcome if Simone doesn't get hurt, and we could have seen fireworks. I
Yeah.
believe it would have been a
Yep.
shootout.
Yep.
Kama, take us away with TCal.
For first game of the week, we have Lodi 6, Tracy 28. And with some Tracy stats, the sophomore quarterback, Brady Brown, went 4 for 11, one touchdown. He also had 6 carries for 37 yards and 2 touchdowns. David Grisham, he had 13 carries for 115 yards and one touchdown. For our second game, we had Kimball 8, St. Mary's 70. Just complete blowout. For some Kimball stats, we had Apollo Flores. He had 4 receptions, 114 yards, one touchdown. And Dawson Pellich, he had 6 tackles and 1 sack. For St. Mary's stats, we had Jaden Galvan. He went 6 for 6, 100% completion, 104 yards and one touchdown. Diego Hernandez had 5 carries for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. DJ Fullard, he had 8 carries for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Luke Lucatello, he had 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks.
Yeah. Alvin, I know you had something to say, but I just want to talk about Luke Lucatello real quick
Yes,
because
that's
he
what I
has
wanted to
been
talk about.
okay.
Yeah.
He's been silently taking the TCal by storm. He leads everybody in sacks. And if you didn't see that, we posted that last week on our Instagram, so go ahead and check that out. We'll do it again this week. But he's been dominant.
There, he's a junior, Karsten, is that correct?
Luke Lucatello?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
And there's triplets. He's got a twin brother and
And then his
a
sister.
triplet, yeah, and then a sister as well. So very athletic family from what I hear.
Yes.
Hats off to Luke Lucatello, on the D line. He's getting it done. I believe he leads TCal in sacks, if
Yeah.
I'm correct.
So,
which is,
another thing I want to say, like, hats off to Apollo Flores for Kimball. 4 catches, 114 and a touchdown. Like that's hard to do, especially when you're trailing by how much they were doing.
And I didn't get the quarterback from Kimball's name, but I think he threw for 195 yards, and that's
I think he was still
that's a tall order against the St. Mary's defense, who's only given up 8 points the last 2 games. I mean, throw out the game against Stayles South, throw out the game against Oak Ridge. St. Mary's defense is been pretty good this year. So I give a lot of hats off, to their defensive coaching staff. They're definitely getting it done on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
And now the offense is coming alive. So, just so many weapons for St. Mary's. It's they spread the ball around so well, you don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's hard to just like really focus on one. Try and lock down 1 to 2 players, like when they have all 5 on the field.
Right.
So, yeah, we're going to move into the SJ2A, and it's going to be just one game. Everybody had a bye except Bear Creek, and Bear Creek gets their second win of the year over River Valley on the road, 26-0. Jalen McGee, 4 for 8, 70 yards and a pick, but had 8 carries for 103 yards. And pair that with Jeremiah Robertson, who had 5 carries, 106 and a touchdown. Congratulations to that defense, giving up no points on the road. That's hard to do.
So Bear Creek has 2 wins this year, correct?
Yes.
2 more than last year.
2 more than last year.
So coaches, Coach Hampton is getting it done.
They're figuring it out.
We're going up. We're moving on.
Anywhere but up.
Next week, I want to say they're playing Franklin.
I believe so.
No. Okay.
We'll talk about it a little bit later, but yes, it does look like Franklin.
Okay, let's go Bruins. Gonna get some love. So
yeah.
All right.
So with that, we're gonna move into our game of the week, and it was the Stockton rivalry between Edison and Lincoln. Edison takes down Lincoln on the road 19-14, and it was a defensive heavy day. Devin
Mm-hmm.
Rasmussen goes 6 for 7, 88 yards and a touchdown. Urzel Ware, 12 carries, 86 yards and a touchdown. And on the defensive side, Marion McKenzie, 10 tackles, as well as Desmond Sanders, 10 tackles. Couldn't find any Lincoln stats. But this is kind of surprising to me. I would have thought this would have been a very offensive heavy game.
Yeah, especially this game was
Hmm.
at Lincoln, right? I think the game ended on a pick, if I'm correct.
I believe so, yeah.
But from what I understand, it was just a defensive battle.
And that,
Next week,
that it happens.
yeah,
It's just kind of like defense gets the better on both sides. Like, it's just how it is.
and next week I think we see the Edison St. Mary's game, which is Edison better figure out a way to score some points next week.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard.
yeah, it's not going to be an easy task next week, and like I said, St. Mary's offense is ready to roll. They are. You know, so next week should be a great game.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Before we get into our player of the month or player of the week, excuse me, let's hear from Johns.
Today's episode, once again, is brought to you by John's Deli, the go-to spot for incredible Italian sandwiches and comfort food. We're talking fresh baked bread, premium meats and cheeses, and bold flavors that hit the spot every single time. Whether you're dropping by for a quick snack, lunch, grabbing dinner for the family, ordering a plate for game day, John's has you covered. Don't settle for ordinary. Elevate your meal with John's Deli, where every bite is made with care. Swing by today and taste the difference. John's Deli is located at 2112 Pacific Avenue in Stockton, California.
Yeah, for our player of the week, it is going to be Kenny Moore the third coming out of St. Mary's. Kind of spread around his touchdowns, 4 touchdowns in 4 different ways.
Hmm.
Yep.
One through the air, 1 on the ground, 1 kick return, 1 punt return for 200 all-purpose yards. What an amazing day. 4
I
out of the 10 touchdowns St. Mary's puts up.
That was probably one of the most electric kick returns I've seen. He got the ball, started left, got to the corner, reverses field, actually does a full, if I'm correct, does a full 360 pirouette move, reverses field, and is gone. I mean, not many. There's a reason why this kid is going to UCLA, right? And it's
Hmm.
very evident in what he did on Friday night. So hats off to Kenny Moore.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to move straight into week 8. Starting off with the VOL, it's going to be a Manteca East Union. Manteca at home, 7-0, undefeated in
Ooh.
league, like we said. East Union 6-2 and are 2-2 in league after the last 2 losses, but they've been tough losses. Um, and Manteca's won all of their games going back to that 21 season. It's going to be nice to see Kirk back
Yeah,
at quarterback.
Hmm.
I I I feel this game is gonna be a shootout, just like the East Union Oakdale game. East
Yeah.
Union
Yep.
has to stop the run.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
I
I
I
think
have
Hmm.
if you
yeah
force Owen goalie to throw the ball more than 4 times, like
yeah,
it causes some trouble.
Hmm.
but I know. Oakdale is very good at hiding the ball. You don't know who's going to get the ball when. If Manteca runs their offense anywhere close to that, it's going to be a long night for East Union. But hopefully, Kirk Simone is back this week, and him and Brayden and Jackson can put up a lot of points this week.
Absolutely.
So
Hmm.
Speaking of Oakdale, they're going to be at home against a 3-4 Central Catholic. If they've kind of been rolling a lot, put up 61 last week against East Union. They're 2-1 in the division or in the league, excuse me. Oakdale 6-1 and 3-0, still top of the second in the VOL right now. Last year was a 46-27 win for Central Catholic. And Oakdale's last win was actually the 2019-2020 season.
I see Oakdale
I do
rolling,
too. I
rolling.
do
Yeah.
too.
Is this game
Especially
at Central
Um,
being
Catholic or is it at
at
the
Oakdale.
Corral? Oh, so it's not the
Mhm.
Corral. Okay. I
Yeah,
see. I see Oakdale. I see Oakdale going.
blown by.
Going
Yeah,
again.
it's going to be hard to stop four
Yeah.
rushers.
Yes. Yes. So
Sierra going on the road to Patterson. Sierra's 2-5, 0-3 in league, with Patterson being 2-6 and 1-3 in league. Patterson didn't win this one last year, 55-27. Mountain House gets the bye. Moving on to TCal. Lincoln, after the loss, they moved to 1-1, and 3-4 are taking on a 3-4 and a 1-1 Tracy. Lincoln did win this one 28-21 last year. And in the last four matchups, they split them down the middle, 2-2.
I think it's going to be a close one again.
Again, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Mhm.
uh, Carson, who do you think is going to
The Tracy and Lincoln
Tracy
game.
Lincoln, yeah.
Lincoln? Yeah.
I think Lincoln will pull out this win, honestly.
Okay.
Okay. All
Hmm
right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to need to see that Lincoln defense step up, look like they did against Edison. I think they stand a pretty good
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they figure something out,
hmm
defensively.
Absolutely.
So,
Kimball Lodi. Kimball going on the road. They're 3-4, 0-2 in league, taking on Lodi, who's 1-6, 0-2 in league, and it was a 35-7 blowout win for Kimball last year. Kind of see it going the same way, if not worse.
hmm
SJ2A, we actually have some games this week after everybody pretty much got the bye. Tokay, 5-2, 3-1 in league, are going to be taking on West, another TCal, old TCal matchup. West is 1-6, and their one win coming in league, which puts them at 1-3. Tokay won this one 19-0 last year. Bear Creek, not on the bye, is going to be on the road at Franklin. Both teams 2-5. A 21-20 win for Franklin last year. I'd like to see it be pretty close again this year. Maybe
hmm
Bear Creek can squeak this one out on the road after, teams typically kind of start out pretty slow coming off a bye week. I think if Bear Creek can capitalize on that, they might be just enough to get the win.
Franklin, I think they started out well. I mean, they
2 and
were
0.
game of
They
the
started
week. I
out 2
think
and 0, I believe.
two and
Yeah.
zero, and just a 5 game losing streak right now. So hopefully Bear Creek can capitalize that, and pick up their third win this uh
hmm
Absolutely.
this week.
Yeah, a 7-0 Chavez is going to be taking on an 0-6 Western Ranch. 41-0 win for Chavez. You could see it doing the exact same thing.
Same thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
yeah, I think it's gonna be 70-0,
yeah.
75-0. I think it's
Yeah.
yeah.
And a
So
game that was up for game of the week contention. McNair hosting Stag. McNair is 3-1 in league. Stag is a perfect 4-0, tied up there with Chavez. It was 42-21 win for McNair last year, but this is looking like a pretty different Stag team as they have been rolling recently.
hmm
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. Before we hit our game of the week, let's hear from Coop.
Every rep, every play, every moment, your hard work deserves to be remembered. And that's why Cooper Flicks Photography delivers. From intense game day action shots to cinematic highlight videos, Cooper captures the drive, the hustle, and the story behind every athlete. Whether you're chasing college recruitment, building your brand, or just want to showcase your journey, Cooper Flicks makes you look like a pro. Book your session today at Instagram at Cooper Flicks Photography and turn your moments into highlights. Cooperflix Photography can be found on Instagram at Cooper.Flix, two S's. Drew?
Yeah, and with that, it's game of the week, and it's going to be St. Mary's on the road at Edison. Both teams 2-0 in the division. Last year was a 35-23 win for St. Mary's. I do see it
hmm
kind of going in the same way. No bias there, just in general. I kind of see it going the same way with how rough the Edison offense looked last week against Lincoln.
It's the Devon's last time against St. Mary's. Devon, as some of our listeners know, Devon was the quarterback at St. Mary's and then transferred to Edison. This game is at
Edison.
E House, correct? Yep.
Oof.
So I think it's going to be closer than what people think it's going to be. I
Yeah.
think it'll be maybe a 2 touchdown game. It is going to be. I think it's going to be electric. I always think of the fog game what I
Always.
think of St. Mary's and
Yeah.
it's what we could see, anyways, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
but that's what I always entail and envision, St. Mary's and Edison. So,
I honestly think that might be a one-score game
oh,
because
okay.
the atmosphere at E House is just it's great. And last year I was at the St. Mary's Edison game, and I think our atmosphere as the Green Machine, it was I think it brought our game up a whole different level, and theirs just down one. So I think the
Yeah.
roles could be reversed in one-score game.
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
say, kind of about that fog game. Like it, just seeing like how much passion that E House has. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
think they are absolutely gonna
Hmm.
show up for this game, and like it might honestly give them the edge in this game. Like you could see Devin go out and throw for 350 yards. Like he
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
just dice up this. They can throw the ball 45 times, and St. Mary's can do the same thing. Like it could be fireworks. I
Yeah.
like the one score game there.
Hmm.
And
Perfect.
with that, before we get you guys into the interview, it's going to be our top five. Alvin, take us away with five.
Shaking it up this week. In at five, the St. Mary's Rams earned their way into the five spot this week. They are getting it done. They will believe they'll continue to keep on moving up the rankings. But congratulations to St. Mary's
Yeah, right
Hmm.
back
on
in it.
right back in it.
Uh, I'll take us away with number four. It's going to be Stag. They've been rolling. I believe they won their last five games, I want to say. And so they don't deserve to be moved out of this top five at all. Uh, K-Mud, take us away with three.
Over number three, we have Oakdale.
Yeah,
All right,
Oakdale's been
Hmm.
they've been rolling,
handling business
handling
as
business.
Yep.
usual. Yep.
Alvin, take us away with two.
Number two, Chavez. Chavez was on a bye, but I mean they're blowing people out, and there's no reason to move them.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
handling
Hmm.
business is what's
they're
really what's
handling
happening.
business right now. Yep.
And then the number one spot, no surprise here, it's still going to be Manteca, as they are also perfect throughout the
Yep.
entire year. The team that dropped out will be East Union, just because I mean that's two losses in a row. We just can't see
Hmm.
them, sticking in this
Hmm.
top five power rankings. And something I want to say about our power rankings, and it's not all skill level, right? Like yes, there might be teams on here like East Union, right, that might be able to beat another team that we talk about. This is how a team is currently rolling. If a team
Yeah,
is winning games, if it like
Hmm.
that, it's not based off of skill level. We are a little bit different in that way.
I would say, and speaking with Derek Graves, Coach Derek Graves, after our interview with him, it's more of like a heat check, right?
Yes,
Like who's hot and who's not.
exactly.
Who's.
Hmm.
I mean, Manteca stayed hot, Chavez stayed hot, Oakdale and Stagg all stayed hot. St. Mary's, yes, you had your two
They're heating
losses,
up right
but now
now.
you're heating up again. You know,
Hmm.
so it's that's the way we see it. And I think Coach Graves hit it right on the head.
Yeah,
That this is the way. I understand what you guys are doing. So
absolutely. So with that, we're gonna send you away to the interview. It is again our John's Player of the Month, Brayden Camara, and you'll see him right now. What's up, everybody? Yes, we got Brayden Camara in the house, East Union running back and middle linebacker. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Thank you for
good.
being on, and congratulations on being our John's Player of the Month. You
Absolutely.
absolutely tore it up. Yeah, and everybody voted for it for you on Instagram. I believe you had like over 80% of the votes, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate
You absolutely tore it up, as well as East Union has been so far. For you, you've had 18 total touchdowns. That puts you in the top 250 in the nation,
Wow.
top 20 in California. And the rushing yards, you are just under 1,000, and that puts
it.
you at 63 in Cali. So you've been, tearing it up. We've called your name, I believe, for the last like 4 weeks now. At this point, at least talked about you for a little bit. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So I'm just
Hmm.
gonna get right into it. What does an off season typically look like for you?
Off season for me, I'm a big weight room guy. So off season for me is lifting a lot of weights. Obviously, I play baseball too, so that's kind of. But oops.
All good?
But yeah, it's a lot weightlifting for me. I do some speed training, but I'm more like of a lifter guy type of guy.
Okay.
hmm And how is the balance in school and football?
I feel like for me, I've always been a guy who's like I get my work done. So like school for me
hmm
kind of been a blast, like not a blast, but like a breeze.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I get good grades, so I stay on top of it. And yeah, obviously school always comes first. Everybody says that.
hmm
Getting
Absolutely.
graduating high school, graduating college, like that's the goal. So yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Describe what a typical day looks like leading into game day.
So for me, I'm luckily I have a first period off, so I get to kind of sleep in. So Fridays I sleep in, probably wake up around 8:30, and then I try to pound electrolytes all day. That's why
Hmm.
I drink like a electrolyte drink. It has a lot of sodium, salt in it, and then
hmm
throughout the day I'm drinking like a good amount of water. I'll have one or two bananas throughout the day, just like eliminate cramping.
Yeah.
Shit. And then obviously game time comes. I listen to music. I'm more of like I like listening to country music. I'm not so into like the hyped up type of music, like getting all amped up. I kind of just get amped up like right when the game starts.
Makes sense. What
hmm
does the week also look like for you guys?
So like today's practice, Mondays we do film session for about an hour, and then when we get out there, it's more of like a slower day, like not too much contact, but like kind of walking through the stuff. Tuesday we start to pick it up a little bit. We'll do like some hitting. We'll do like some team stuff. But Wednesday is like that's my personal favorite practice. We have night practices from 6 to 8,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, we're in the stadium too. So
Oh yeah.
we're just going through our plays, banging. That's like the best day. And then Thursdays we just have walkthrough and then team dinner after Thursday.
Cool.
I think,
Anything on
obviously Fridays are game days for you guys. Do you guys do a practice on Saturday morning or any type of walkthrough on Saturdays?
No, we don't normally do anything like
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
gotcha.
get your rest in,
hmm
get
Mhm.
ready for Monday. Absolutely. Karsten?
Yeah, and every running back I've talked to, they always give a lot of credit to their O line. Tell me about yours.
Absolutely. I mean, I love my O line. Those are my guys. The
hmm
left tackle Colton Madden, left guard Joel McKnight, center Ty Aquino, right guard Eddie Ramirez, and then right tackle Raul Cardenas, and then Garrett Hicks. I want to shout out too. He's dealing with a little bit of an injury right now, but he'll be back. So he's another great. I mean, he's just a dude. They're all. I tell them all the time. I mean, whenever I talk to the paper or whatever, like give them all the credit. I mean, they're the linemen. They make the whole.
Right.
I mean, they
Hmm.
hmm
all the yard
Yeah.
yards or touchdowns without them. So they're just my guys. They're a bunch of dogs.
Absolutely.
hmm
Outside of, taking your electrolytes, do you have anybody or anything that you kind of follow to make sure, you're eating right, you're really working out right, anything like that?
Yeah, I want to shout out Dylan DeBrouwer. He's our strength and conditioning coach. Throughout the
Mm.
he gives us an awesome lifting plan. We lift every day. Even on Fridays, we do mobility stuff. So a lot of stretching. But even Fridays, we'll get a little pump in. And then my mom, I don't like. I don't want to say this, but I don't eat very healthy. But Fridays, she always gets me fast food. So she'll always go pick me up Chick-fil-A, have it dropped off for the bus. So that's just great because obviously school ends around 3:30 and then away games like
hmm
she'll get me Chick-fil-A, give me food.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. When did you start playing football?
I was a soccer guy my whole life. I grew up playing
Oh.
soccer. Well, I started playing football my 8th grade year. I played for like the
hmm
junior buffs, but I wasn't like I wasn't really that good. And then freshman, I started. I high school.
Okay.
hmm
Who's a mentor in your life?
Uh, I want to say my mentor is my dad. I mean, obviously he's been there for me, him and my mom too. But my dad, I mean, he watches all my games, gives me a lot of tips on what like he knows, and he's just, I mean, he's a hardworking man. Like I have all the respect for him. He's like the person I look up to because, I mean, he does everything for our family, gives us everything. He allows me to play.
Great.
Like
Yeah.
Absolutely.
hmm Yeah. And do you model your game after anybody, like in the NFL or past?
Yeah. So a lot of people tell me when I run like Camp Scattaboo. So
Okay. You're lucky to run through somebody. I get it. I understand.
You do, I did note you hold the ball up pretty high,
yeah.
right? Like a lot of guys, hold it up, but I see like if it's an old Tiki, I don't know if you know who Tiki Barber is.
Oh
He
yeah.
was he was a running back from the Giants, right? And he had a lot of fumbling issues in his career, and all of a sudden they switched him one year to hold the ball really high, and his fumble rate, just dropped after that. So I did notice you do hold the ball up pretty high, which is
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Enoch's game when we played Enoch's. I had a great night. I think I had like 4 touchdowns at this moment, and I just got too like comfortable. I hit the hole and I bounced and I swung like this and I got it punched out.
Mm.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
because that was my fumble. Like that was my first time ever fumbling. So I was like, dude, like I cannot happen again. So I just drill myself, keep the ball up tight.
Yeah.
how much do you feel like baseball kind of helps out your game?
Good. I feel like the biggest thing with baseball and football is the workouts. Like, because obviously
mhm.
baseball workouts are more explosive and like a lot of the movements are the same, believe it or not, in baseball and football. So it's a lot of like hip movement, like getting stronger in the lower body. So I feel like that's like the main.
Loading up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So,
Obviously, when you tackle, yeah.
Yeah. Quick
so,
reactions, all that stuff.
Hmm.
and correct me if I'm wrong. You were all league VOL in baseball infield last year, first team.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Congratulations.
That's
Yeah,
great.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And where did you play your club ball? Did you play club ball for someone?
For baseball,
Yeah.
yeah, I played with CBA out of Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay.
All
Cool.
and
right.
Favorite athlete all time.
Derek Jeter.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The
Okay.
captain.
I grew up.
Okay.
I grew up
Yeah.
in a Yankee household. Like we like the Yankees. Obviously, we like the A's too, but they kind of have been falling off. So, grew up Yankees and Derek Jeter. I mean, I think he's the greatest shortstop of all time. So, that's my guy.
All right.
Mhm.
Alrighty. We're gonna move right into our rapid fire as we kind of get towards the end of this. Anywhere for you, anywhere from a word to a sentence. If you want to really go into a question, like that, it's totally fine. But for these, we really want anywhere. We're trying to get you thinking quick. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll go to get you started. Outside of football and baseball, what is your favorite sport to watch?
Basketball.
Uh, do you have any go-to pump-up songs before games?
One Thing at a Time by Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Mm.
Are you a coffee or an energy drinker?
Oh, energy drink for sure.
Who's your biggest rival school?
I'm gonna go with Sierra.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Pre-game superstition or ritual that you have?
I pray before every game.
Okay.
That's kind of my.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is your favorite post-game snack or meal?
I Everybody goes to In-N-Out, but I go to Cane's. I feel like Cane's is.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
my favorite.
And what is a sport that people would be surprised that you enjoy?
Sport. I'm gonna go with basketball again. I'm not very good at it, but I love basketball. Playing pickup.
Yeah. You know what? I totally understand that. I completely understand. So with that, that wraps up our interview. Thank you so much for being on with us. I know you've, busy week and everything like that. So taking the time to get on here with us. Congratulations again. Congratulations again on
Mhm.
being John's Player of the Month. Whenever you're in town, go ahead and pick up that John sandwich.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
And
with go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Alvin.
We're good. Nope, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. With that, again, we say thank you. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Yep,
And
thank you.
yeah, we'll see ya. Hope you guys really did enjoy that one. It was a great interview. Like always, if you, again, player, athlete, coach, AD, want to be on here, let us know. We're going to get you on. We are still looking for people every week. And as we move into basketball season, it's also going to be great to get into. With that,
Mhm.
we thank you for watching. Everything will be down in the description below, as in Instagrams, emails, everything like that. With that, we will see you next week. See ya.